What the is class consciousness? So, a fellow called Georg Lukacs in the 1920s looked at what Marx and Engels had written on class and decided he wanted to elucidate this idea of class consciousness. He basically describes class as being the way in which we divide up society depending on how they're contributing to the economy effectively. And since our position in the economy is shared with multiple other people in that economy, we can end up having a consciousness of our collective place in society as a whole. Class consciousness does go a little bit deeper, and that it's not just an idea that you have an understanding of your collective position in society, but that you are conscious enough to make the right decisions appropriate to your position in society, that you have a verifiable, true class consciousness. But for Lukács, we can also have a false class consciousness, which would be whenever we misunderstand our place within the totality of society and that process of production, with those misunderstanding this being doomed to play a subordinate role in society. Now, Lukács' perspective on class consciousness is very old. It comes from the 1920s, so people think of it quite differently. Even, Marxists nowadays think of class consciousness a lot differently than how Lukács would present it. And you can argue that even Marx argues for a more complex analysis of society in terms of how class works and how it maybe interacts with other various areas of society. But the fundamental idea here is good to consider, as it presents how we're meant to associate to the rest of a society on a wider level, and how we ought to make our decisions more consciously, collectively, than simply on our own, on an individual, small level.